Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by. Today we are reviewing a perfume that is not by any means brand new, but it is newer to me and I liked it. So here we are. This perfume is not part of the Fenty brand, and I want to make that clear. This brand or this perfume that was released is pre-Fenty. So I can't remember the year. I believe Fenty came out in 2019, 2018, 2019, something like that. And this came out in 2015. Okay. I might be wrong on the years with Fenty's launch, but I know I'm right on the year for this perfume release. This is Riri by Rihanna. So before Fenty as a brand came into being, Rihanna was, of course, the face of multiple things, including fragrances. One of them, Rebel Fleur, I plan on getting. I'll review it. But I wanted to try this one simply because this popped up first as a recommendation. So I bought it. I blind bought it, had no idea what it smelled like. This is the zero point 0.2 fluid ounce rollerball, and it was released in 2015. As you can see, it's, pretty simple. I will say this, the packaging, nothing particularly special. In fact, it looks a little cheesy to me, but hey, it's a rollerball. It was reasonably priced. When I last checked, which was right before filming this, it was $17, $18, something like that. I do believe I paid a little bit less, but you can always check to see the best price. We'll talk about the notes. We'll talk about what I thought about it. We'll talk about why I bought it, all of that. Okay. So let's start with the notes. The top notes are passion fruit, rum, mandarin orange, and cassis. The mid notes are honeysuckle, pink freesia, jasmine, orange blossom. And then the base notes are vanilla musk, Siam benzoin, and sandalwood. So those were all listed on Fragrantica. Like I mentioned, it is a rollerball configuration, as you can see. This immediately is very fruity and citrusy. That is what hits you immediately. You've got citrus in the top and the mid notes. But when you apply it, which I have applied it twice today, it mellows into this beautiful, warm, sweet, slightly musky scent. It smells so good. When it when it dries down, it gets kind of marshmallowy, even though that is not one of the notes. That's what it kind of reminds me a little bit of marshmallow, not as sweet and like sickly sweet as cotton candy, but it gives you something similar to that. Definitely floral, just beautiful dry down on this. I was really surprised that I liked it this well for several reasons. One, I have smelled Freesia in perfume configurations before, and I'm usually not a fan. But in this, it works beautifully. The second reason why I was surprised that I liked it so well, and I should not have been, but I was surprised, was because it had so much fruit on the top. And for me, fruit is kind of a tricky one. Usually I do like citrus, but citrus tends to evaporate quickest. It's usually a top note for a reason, which is the scent goes really fast in citrus. And what you're left with is not the citrus, but all of the other things. So citrus is like a cheap thrill for me for the most part. But the rest of the fruits do really well. I think rum being one of the notes was a bit surprising, but when you smell it, it does make you think kind of like a tropical drink. It makes sense. Now, I should not have been surprised that I liked it because they had vanilla and musk as base notes, and those are two that I really, really love, as well as sandalwood, which is very versatile. Sandalwood is great. If you don't like sandalwood, you actually cancel out a lot of perfumes because it's used in so many formulations as a base note. It's lovely because it is so versatile, and it's one of my favorite base notes, if for nothing else, that it plays very well with others. So, yes, I was delighted in the base, right? But I didn't know how the top would work when I first put it on, but it smelled really good. And then as I wore it, I fell in love with it. I absolutely love it. Now, why did I get it? I'll get to why and then some of my thoughts about it. I bought it because every time I think of Rihanna, I think smells good. I haven't smelled her. I haven't been that close. But there is a it went viral, I do believe, video of multiple celebrities being asked who do they think smells good and what is their favorite scent. And multiple people said Rihanna. Like that is just what she's known for, smelling amazing. Now, this video, this stitch that happened, this would have been pre Fenty. Many of these interactions were pre Fenty interactions. So I know she was wearing something that was not her personal line as far as Fenty Beauty fragrance. Now, the rumor is, at least it used to be, that her signature scent was Killian's Love Don't Be Shy, which I have not smelled. But I do believe she may have worn her own label or her own stuff when she was doing her fragrance line pre Fenty. I could see someone smelling this one and thinking, goodness, the person that's wearing this smells really, really good. So I bought it because I heard she smelled good and I wanted to see if this fragrance held up to that, and it does. Now, those are some of the pros. Smells amazing and reasonably priced. Pros. Cons. This was, I don't want to say hard to apply because it's a rollerball, so you really are just rolling it on, but I found I needed to apply a lot to really get the smell where I wanted it to be. I used a lot of product. To me, it is very, I don't want to say timid. The scent is not so much timid, but it doesn't give me a lot of concentration, even though this is an eau de parfum. I do suspect I would need to reapply this quite a bit if I was out and about and I wanted more projection. I'd probably have to reapply every 2 or so hours. And that to me is a bit unacceptable for an eau de parfum. You know, if it's an eau de toilette or a body mist or splash or whatever, you get what you get with that. You know the concentration is low. But for an eau de parfum, I don't want to reapply every 2 to 3 hours. I put it on. I could smell it initially, but I put on a lot just to make sure I could smell it. And then I, went out for a bit. And within about 3.5 hours, I could only smell it like on my shirt because of how I applied it. And that was even kind of weak. So, yeah, you have to, in my opinion, apply quite a bit. And then on top of that, this particular applicator, I don't know if this is the case with all of the roller balls, but I found this was kind of irritating to apply because I had to apply so much. I was rolling so much. Sensory wise, it was a no for me as far as the applicator goes. Like I would certainly use this as a spray. And if I replace it, and there's a very good chance I will buy a spray bottle and see if I like that applicator better. But yes, yeah, didn't like the applicator or that I had to use quite so much of it to get the projection that I wanted. But that being said, I'm not surprised because of how quickly citrus notes evaporate. I'm not surprised that I had to apply this with a bit of a heavy hand. Okay. I'm reasonable. That's what I expect with a citrus, that I might have to apply a bit more and that I might have to apply more often. Seasons, of course, spring and summer. This is very fruity, floral, fun. It definitely gives, suns out, buns out. It definitely gives that without being overly tropical. One of those good blends that you don't have coconut in. If you do not like coconut as a note, there is no coconut here, but it still gives a bit of tropical flair. But again, no coconut, leaning more so on those juicy, fruity notes. And it just dries down to this very pretty scent. Oh, it's really, really nice. It's something I'd absolutely wear. If it was just the base notes, I'd wear it all on its own. Like that is enough. But to have all those other notes opening it and developing it, just fantastic. So yeah, that is Riri by Rihanna, pre Fenty, lovely scent, reasonably priced. I do not know if the company that originally collaborated with Rihanna on these is still like making them regularly. I'm not sure of the status on that, but certainly you can find it on Amazon. I did. And it did not appear that it's a line that is no longer being produced, but that may be the case. So don't quote me on that. But yeah, I like it. I will be using this up, even though the weather's getting colder. I will be using that until it's gone because I like it. I like it in my rotation. It's a fun fragrance and it's beautiful and very easy to wear. So if you have worn Riri by Rihanna, let me know. I know I'm late to it. I understand. But let me know what you think. I don't think I have, this might be my first like celebrity scent that I've reviewed here. I don't think I have any others that are themed after someone or someone. Oh, wait, I did have Billie Eilish. I did have Eilish number two. That's amazing as well. But other than those two, I don't think I have any other fragrances that are celebrity themed. So if or celebrity collaborated, designed, or all of that. So if you know of any others that you think I should try next, let me know because at this point, when you're watching this, I would have gone through several perfumes and I'd have some room for some new ones. So that's it for today. Please take great care of yourselves. Let me know what you think about Riri if you've used it, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.